Minister Sempe joined the police service in 1993 and has more than 26 years experience. He was appointed as a Lieutenant General on the 1st of April 2018 as the Provincial Commissioner of the Free State Province, after having served as the Deputy Provincial Commissioner of Policing in the Free State since 2012. He joins us now in studio to reflect back on his work in the Free State Province, but most importantly to tell us a bit about his new role, responsible for visible policing. Good afternoon to you, Ndata. Thank you so much for coming through.
And the viewers at home.
And I suppose compliments of the new season.
Same to you.
Thank you so much indeed. Now, before we talk about your new role, let's just reflect a bit on your tenure as the Provincial Commissioner of the SAPS in the Free State Province. A lot of people were a bit sad that you were leaving the province, saying that this is one person who's really achieved a lot when it comes to crime prevention in the province.
Yeah, in Free State we worked as a collective. The work that we did was not done by myself alone, but we were working together. We were inspired and motivated by a powerful vision, that of turning Free State into a policing model for the country through the RRR and multidisciplinary approach. It is that particular vision that assisted us to make some moves in Free State in terms of reducing the crime of Free State.
And I remember at some point it was referred to as the safest province in the country. But one would also believe that the fact that at some point you were the Deputy Commissioner, the Deputy Provincial Commissioner, may have made things a bit better for you to know where to start once you were appointed the Commissioner. It
is true, because since 2012-13 we started to lay a very strong strategic foundation in the province. You'll recall that the Premier of the province then also launched what is called Provincial Crime Prevention Framework, which was the blueprint. It is that particular strategy that helped us to deal with crime decisively in that particular province. And I'm sure that they will continue implementing that particular strategy, and Free State will remain the safest province in the country.
And there were some challenges, I know, during your tenure that you had to tackle head-on, issues around gangsterism, even in schools.
Absolutely, and we managed to deal with those challenges because we had to come up with plans, a gang prevention plan to deal with the scourge of gangsterism that was plaguing the schools around Bloemfontein and the entire province. And we can see from the results that were just published now that we did well as a province. We are number one. It is part of that school safety programs that we have implemented that contributed also positively towards this achievement of Free State.
So now on to your new role, being the Divisional Commissioner responsible for visible policing. I would believe, Lieutenant General, that this is a very critical unit that sort of provides a direction on the effective combating of crime.
Absolutely. It's a very critical division in the country, because we are dealing with visible policing, which forms a large contingent of members of the police, and we are dealing with the issues of crime prevention in the main. Stakeholder engagement, partnerships. We are dealing with issues of firearms, ensuring that the legislation relating to firearms is implemented, second-hand goods, quality of services that are being provided by various police stations across the country. So my role and responsibility is to ensure that we assist provinces in dealing with crime, but we also ensure that there are set standards countrywide in terms of how we provide our services at different police stations.
And also part of your mandate is to sort of instill that community confidence in the SAPS, and I believe it's not going to be an easy one with the low levels of confidence that our communities have on the SAPS. How are you going to turn around attitudes and perhaps beliefs on the work that is provided by the SAPS as communities?
Yeah, it's to continue by ensuring that we provide professional services, especially at your police stations, because that's where majority of people get in contact with our communities. So we'll be focusing into that particular space just to ensure that we minimize the number of complaints from the public in terms of the services that we are providing and dealing with issues of corruption.
So Share with us your plans. I know that you've been in the office for not even more than 10 days.
Yes.
And you were saying off air that you haven't really sat in the office, but you've been all over the place trying to familiarize yourself with this new job. So your plans really, what will your point of departure be in this new appointment?
Yeah, I think the first priority is to deal with issues of community involvement. We need to mobilize a number of people across the country to work with us. We have started with what we call traditional policing concept, where we are mobilizing the traditional leaders as well as communities to work with us in terms of dealing with issues of crime. Tomorrow we'll be in KwaZulu-Natal to engage with COCTA around this particular aspect. We are also dealing with issues of youth. We'll be in Cape Town in February to launch the youth crime prevention framework. So those are the two areas that are urgent, which we have started with now.
So are we going back to the days of, what was it called, community policing forums? Is that where we're heading to
They
now?
are there, they are still there. What we will be doing is to strengthen them. We have what we call community policing strategy, which we are in the process of implementing now. So we are going to strengthen community police forums across the country to ensure that communities get involved in the issues of crime.
All right, I'm afraid we've run out of time, but hope to have you back very soon to look at other important issues. That's where we'll leave it for today. We wish you everything of the best.
Thank you very much, and thanks to the people of Free State for giving me an opportunity to lead them.
All right, so now you belong to everyone now. You no longer belong to the people of the Free State.
Yes,
That is
right.
Lieutenant General